Greetings. This is Governor Herrera. I hope you and your families are well. For this week's video, I'd like to begin with Paraje Feast Day activities. As you are aware, the feast day is fast approaching on this Saturday, October 17th. The village officials have been approached by many of you asking what will and what will not be allowed for the feast day. With the COVID-19 pandemic, public health emergency at extreme levels, and the number of cases rising in the last couple of weeks, it is of utmost importance that we adhere to all safety and precautionary measures so that we don't contribute to the spread of the virus. This being said, and in the spirit of safety and adherence to the executive order, Paraje Village officials are asking members to assist in the following manner. No selling from your homes, from vehicles, stands, or any locations. No opening of the homes to the general public for feeding. Do not convene in large groups beyond 5 people. This again is a rule in the current executive order. Do not invite others to the village for any activities that will cause a crowd to form. There will be no feast day dances, mass, or any gatherings of this nature. No throw-in/grab day activities. Mayordomos have been posting at checkpoints over the last 6 months. Please help them to continue to keep the village area safe by adhering to the curfew and not bringing outsiders into the village proper for extended periods of time. Your assistance and cooperation on behalf of the village and the pueblo are greatly appreciated. Like many of you, we as officers want to partake in all our normal feast day activities, but as you know, right now, the safety and well-being during this public health emergency has to be priority. Next, a letter in regard to the cancellation of Halloween activities within the pueblo are being distributed to community members. Some of you may have received these at your checkpoints. You can also find this letter on the POL website. Again, Halloween activities are canceled for the pueblo. Here are high-risk activities you should avoid. The traditional door-to-door trick-or-treating, trunk or treat events from trunks of cars, attending crowded indoor parties, indoor haunted houses, hay rides or tractor rides with people outside of your household, or traveling to another community for Halloween events. Some safe and low-risk activities your household can enjoy include pumpkin carving and decorating your house or living space, doing a Halloween scavenger hunt with your members of your household, virtual Halloween costume contest, or having a Halloween movie night with the people you live with. Next, following Halloween will be All Saints, All Souls Days. These are fast approaching, and for families who celebrate on November 1st, normally, or November 2nd. The pueblo is allowing this event to continue traditionally with these restrictions. Please only celebrate with members of your household. When planning for shopping, please try to use online ordering or curbside pickup services if you need to travel outside of the pueblo. When at the grave site for feedings, please practice social distancing of 6 feet away or more from others, and also wear a face mask. COVID-19 cases continue to increase nationally. In our state, and even on the Pueblo. As a result, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham has re-implemented more strict regulations to the state's public health order. As stated before, the Pueblo has its own regulations that have remained consistent throughout the pandemic and continues to be in place and in effect until further notice. Last week, the POL EOC was notified of 8 new positive cases in a neighboring community due to a social gathering. And last week, the New Mexico Department of Health reported the state of New Mexico's highest daily positive case count at 488 cases. With the increased cases of COVID-19, I must again stress the importance of staying home as much as possible and only conducting essential travel. This graph from the NMDOH shows what essential travel should be conducted to help our community and the state to stop the spread of COVID-19. Beginning from your home, there are 3 main activities you should limit travel for, which include work, self-care, and to conduct errands. Self-care means medical, eye, dental appointments, and walking, running, biking outdoors alone or with members of your household. It does not mean going to the spa or salons or indoor gyms. These are considered high-risk activities. Errands include groceries, medications, taking care of elders, farming or ranching, and emergency home or vehicle repair. It does not mean attending large in-person gatherings, visiting multiple households, indoor restaurant dining, or any activity that has the potential for large group attendance and unsafe practices. Remember, the virus easily spreads as we travel. Speaking of travel, out-of-state travel is highly discouraged for Pueblo of Laguna residents, and the travel ban is still in place for all Pueblo of Laguna employees. The Pueblo of Laguna EOC has received multiple calls from tribal members seeking guidance for out-of-state hunts. As it stands, no out-of-state travel should be conducted, no matter the activity or event taking place. Please remember that if you do need to travel out of state, you will be required to quarantine for 14 days and be tested before you can resume your daily activities in the community. For further guidance, please contact the EOC hotline at 505-328-5682. Another favorite activity around this time is Piñon Picking. To keep you and your family safe, please keep this activity to the members within your household. No large gatherings of 5 or more. Do not invite additional households to join your household for parties or picnics. Keep a safe distance from other groups, and please stay within the state. Now for the POL COVID-19 case update. The Pueblo stands at 48 positive cases, 46 recovered, 1 deceased, and 1 active case within the Pueblo boundaries. Currently, 14 households are under quarantine, which includes 42 people within the Pueblo boundaries. I want to remind everyone again that a second wave of the virus is beginning to show. So we need to ensure that our community is prepared by maintaining all COVID-19 safe practices. Next, I'd like to provide information on the COVID-19 Hardship Assistance Program, Phase 1, which we're calling CHAP-1. This is a needs-based assistance program approved by Tribal Council for all adult regular enrolled Laguna members over the age of 18 years old who have suffered income loss and expenses due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This is not an income need-based application. Applications will be mailed out soon with a return stamp envelope, postage paid. Please keep an eye out for this application, which will provide instructions. An individual will not be denied unless the application is not completely filled out or if an individual cannot identify a need. More details will be provided in next week's video. Please make sure your address is up to date with the enrollment office by calling 505-552-6654. Now, you may want to update your calendars and mark these important dates. First, the Pueblo will be hosting a COVID-19 test and flu vaccine event that will be scheduled before the end of this month. Incentives will be given out to those, again, brave enough to be swabbed for COVID-19 and vaccinated for the flu. Keep an eye out for this announcement coming soon. Next, the Pueblo Y election will be coming up on December 21st, 2020. The Pueblo election will be conducted by 100% absentee ballot, and ballots will be mailed out no later than November 6th to each tribal member. Please make sure your address is updated with the enrollment office by October 31st, 2020 by contacting the enrollment office at 505-552-6654. The 2020 early voting for the national general election is restricted to 1 day and one voting poll site here at Pueblo Laguna. Early voting for the Pueblo will begin at 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on October 24th, 2020 at the Pueblo of Laguna Tribal Auditorium. The 2020 national general election is restricted to one voting poll site. It will be held on Election Day, November 3rd, 2020, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Pueblo of Laguna Tribal Auditorium. If you have any questions, please contact the Secretary's office at 505-552-6654. In closing, again, please continue the efforts to keep yourself, your family, and community safe by following all the COVID-19 safe practices. Please do not gather in groups larger than 5. Socialize at a distance. Wash your hands. Wear a face mask if you must go out. Don't touch your face with unwashed hands, and stay at home to the greatest extent possible. Again, I wish you all well and continued good health to you and your families. Stay safe. Thank you.